Hello and I welcome everybody to this special webinar on AWS Automation with infrastructure as a code. My name is Debashish Roy. I'm the Senior Network Analyst at the Indian Cybersecurity Solutions. So here we'll talk about the automation. What is automation? Like you do something automatically without the need for manual intervention. Like you configure something in a cloud, say you configure a VPC or you launch a S3 instance, say with a code. With code means programs, say for example Python or JSON. So there are different scripts, there are different programs, and you apply that to do automation. So for this you need some templates or you need some specified predefined settings like the cloud formation and the Terraform is a separate entity, is a separate tool, but cloud formation template is there in the AWS itself. So we'll talk about those things here. So let's begin. So we'll talk about optimize infrastructure as code and and competitive analysis, that is a comparison between the two types of tools, that is AWS CloudFormation, that is in the AWS itself, that you can get on the AWS console, and the Terraform. Both are used for the automation as the infrastructure as code. So, what is the IAC or the infrastructure as code? It is a modern approach to manage the IT infrastructure through code that I was talking about. That you are actually doing automation and you are making code. Nobody else is making code. The AWS or the service provider is not making the code. In the time of the digital transformation, in the time of the software defined networking, as we say, the automation, there is automation everywhere, in cloud, in Cisco, everywhere. So you are making the code ready, and that is a part of the ISE or the infrastructure as code. And will provide a competitive analysis of AWS tools for this cloud, this ISE, in the form of CloudFormation and Terraform, two leading ISE tools, and will focus on the benefits and use cases. Now, what is the AWS CloudFormation template? Now, CloudFormation, it is a service that helps you model the design and set up your AWS resources. So whatever resource you have to automate creating the resource. Like I was telling you, you have to automate creating the EC2 instance, launching the EC2, or creating a VPC, and say the load balancer. All these things you can automate. And for that, you need this CloudFormation template. And you can use templates to define infrastructure and allowing for automated deployments and consistent environments across the AWS ecosystem. So anything and everything you can actually automate, and for that, these settings, these predefined CloudFormation templates are there. Another tool is Terraform. Now, Terraform is developed by HashiCorp, and you can get it in the AWS console. You can get the link, and you can click on that, and you can get the tool from the external site. It is not built within the AWS console, but yes, you can actually download that from the AWS marketplace. Now, it is an open source tool for building, changing, and versioning infrastructure safely and efficiently. So it uses a configuration language, declarative configuration language, to actually manage various cloud providers and services. Now, portability is there, means it can integrate different cloud providers, say AWS, Azure, and other cloud providers as well. This Terraform is an open version, open source tool, so it can integrate various cloud providers. Now, CloudFormation offers features like stack management. You have to build some configuration with stack, then change sets and resource dependencies. So these are the three vital pillars of the CloudFormation. And it definitely integrates with other AWS services and provides a comprehensive solution for managing AWS resources in a cohesive manner. So these stacks means a template, some settings. So these stacks and sets are actually working together to make that total CloudFormation template. Now, the Terraform provides features such as multi-cloud support, state management, and modules for reusability. Now, it allows for a more flexible approach to infrastructure management, and also it defines and provisions resources across various cloud providers. So it is like the same thing, but it is actually having the multi-cloud support. So it is far more, you can say, far more in some case better than the cloud formation. But cloud formation also is a very important template, is a very important tool in the AWS. So ease of use of cloud formation, AWS cloud formation is user friendly for already familiar with the AWS ecosystem. So it is already inbuilt. So that I've told you that Terraform is a separate entity that you have to use, and that cloud formation ability is inbuilt. So there is an advantage of CloudForm. Now, its template-based approach simplifies the creation of complex infrastructure, and but it may require a learning curve for new users unfamiliar with AWS, because definitely you have to learn the services. If I want to automate, say the VPC or EC2, for example, so I need to know that service. So without knowing that service, definitely you cannot make some template and you cannot deploy that. Say, for example, if you are doing routing and you don't know what is the routing, can you make a template for that? You cannot. Now, what is the Terraform use of case? Terraform's HCL HashiCorp configuration language. Now, it is designed for simplicity and readability, and it makes it easier for users to understand and modify configurations. And it's CLI based. Definitely, it is very powerful, but users need to familiarize themselves with the commander workflows. Definitely, which is CLI based. Say anything. Say the Linux OS, that is a CLI based, or the router console is a CLI based. You have to be familiar with that. Otherwise, you cannot write the commands. You cannot perform the commands there. Now, what is the community and support for CloudFormation? AWS CloudFormation benefits from strong AWS support and a robust community. However, its ecosystem is primarily focused on AWS. It is not the multi-cloud. That is the, you can say, a little bit disadvantage of this cloud formation, because it is totally focused on AWS infrastructure. Now, which may limit resources for users seeking multi-cloud solutions for or third-party integrations. So that is there in the Terraform, but it is not in the cloud formation. In case of community and support in Terraform, it has a vibrant open source community and extensive documentation. Now, it has a multi-cloud capability. That is the greatest advantage of Terraform, and it fosters a diverse user base, providing a wealth of resource and community support for troubleshooting and for best practices. Now, regarding the cost considerations, AWS Cloud Formation is free to use, but users pay for the AWS resources they provision. Definitely, if you want to provision any resource, say any S3 instance, definitely AWS will cost you. So definitely it is chargeable. And Terraform is also free, but organizations may incur costs related to Terraform Enterprise if they're using, or other management tools depending on their needs. So, what is the use case for CloudFormation? Now, CloudFormation is ideal for organizations now heavily invested in AWS. Say, for example, I want only AWS infrastructure in my organization. In that case, definitely you have to use CloudFormation, not the Terraform, particularly for complex architectures requiring tight integration with AWS services. Now, it excels in environments where AWS native features are paramount for operational efficiency. So, I want only the AWS native features there, not the multi-cloud approach. So, in that case, AWS Cloud Formation is very effective for my organization. Now, Terraform is best suited for teams seeking a multi-cloud strategy. Again, there is the same thing that I am talking about. If you are using the multi-cloud approach, then the Terraform is a tool for you. Or those needing to manage IAC across various providers. So its flexibility makes it a great choice for DevOps practices and continuous integration workflows like the CI/CD pipeline. There, this actually Terraform is the best suit. So we can conclude that both AWS CloudFormation and Terraform, they have the strengths and weaknesses, but definitely is a choice between them depends on your organization's specific needs, existing infrastructure, and preferred workflows. So if you are dependent on AWS, so definitely that Terraform is not a choice for you. CloudFormation is a choice. But if you are going for multi-cloud, you want to integrate AWS with Azure and say Google Cloud. So in that case, you have to go for the Terraform. And understanding these tools is essential for effective infrastructure management. So that is about the theories of the automation in case of AWS in the form of CloudFormation and Terraform. And now I will take you to this console, this AWS management console, where you can actually search for the CloudFormation. And if I say search for the CloudFormation here again, so this is the CloudFormation, create and manage resources with templates. So just click on that. And here you can see the stacks. So create stacks or IAC generator, different things are there. So it is a part of, you can say, definitely the DevOps. And click on that create stack. So yes, you can see here the template. It is a JSON or YML file. So here you can use a YML or the JSON files. You have to program that. And every stack is based on a template. So stack, what is a stack? It is a template. And the template is used with this JSON or YML file. And choose an XSS template or use a sample template or build from application composer. So you can start here from build from application composer. So here create a template in application composer. So here you have to click. So here you can see that you have to design that using all these API gateways, Cognito, user so, and API gateway. So this is totally about the DevOps and the programming. So you have to run the code here. You have to code this for this template creation. You can see that say auto scaling. For auto scaling, you have this code. So for various AWS backup, so for every service, you are actually having this template, this application composer. I'm going back to the CloudFormation again. Now specify template source. Now that should be a source of the template, and it can be Amazon S3 URL if you are using Amazon S3 bucket. So what you can do, you can put the code in the S3 bucket, and that would be the source. You have to give the URL of the S3, just paste the URL from there, and you can upload a template file also directly. And also there's feature to sync from Git. Now that is a Git, not the GitHub. GitHub is a separate, is a service. Git is a tool. So there you can sync a template from your Git repository. If you do that and click next, then you have to enter a stack name and create the file, use the parameters, or I'm providing my own file in my repository. You can select that and choose a link Git repository, or you can link a Git repository. So here you have to make a repository in the Git, and there you can give the repository name and deployment file path. So these things you have to do first. You have to just prepare the Git, and then you can actually do the CloudFormation template, and you can do the stack. So these programs you have to do before you deploy the CloudFormation. And also you can go for the stack set. So stack set means it is a collection of the CloudFormation templates or stacks. So you can create the stack set, and you have to give permission to the IAM roles also for creating this stack set. And again, you have to specify the template from stack ID or Amazon S3 URL. So again, almost the same thing that you do for the CloudFormation one single stack or the class stack set. And here they have given a new tool, IAC generator. So it is easy to generate infrastructure as code configuration files such as CloudFormation templates from resources provision in your account. So you can create CloudFormation template, import to CloudFormation or CDK app, and also scan account resources. So you can also scan the resources before you create the CloudFormation template. So that is a new thing that is there in the AWS console there. So you can actually scan different resources there, and you have this templates also here. You can also create template from here. So there are a lot of options here. Step 2 is creating the CloudFormation template and import to CloudFormation or CDK. So you first have to scan your resource network, and then you have to create the CloudFormation template, and then you have to import to the CDK. So these things you have to do. And I think everything is not available for the free tier, but you have to go for the pay as you go or the paid account for that. But many things are available for free, so you can actually create the CloudFormation stack or stacks for free here. And is a registry. So here in the CloudFormation account, if you have, then you can have these extensions. See, you can actually see, you can incorporate the certificates from the certificate authority, like the public and private key in the form of the say the PKI, the public infrastructure. Say I, for example, I'm going to deploy the digital certificate there, so you can actually deploy the certificate from the certificate authority. So there also you have their option to include that extension here. So a lot of things are there, and in the cloud formation, as you see. And in case of Terraform, if you search here Terraform, so here you will not get definitely the Terraform. You will get the documentation here. Everything's available, and also this is a thing. You can go to the marketplace, and you have this HashiCorp there and Terraform. So you have to download that. You have to go to the AWS marketplace, and there from there you have to install that. See, so there you have to purchase, or you can try for free. So you have the option for purchasing the full version, or you can actually go for the free version here, and you can go to the pricing, but only for 5 days the free trial is available. After that you have to purchase that, and it depends on the instance type and product cost per hour. Like if you are deploying on these two instance, definitely you will have to deploy it on some instance, so it is showing you the cost per the instance. And this T2.micro and T3.micro, this is AWS free tier, but remember all other instance type are chargeable. So definitely you have to incur this cost. And you can click on the overview, and you can see what is this Terraform is all about. But it is on Ubuntu 20.04 with free maintenance support, so it is actually a tool that is there deployed on the Ubuntu Linux. And also here AMI you can also create of this product. So there you are. You have to say click on the view purchase options. Then you can also subscribe to this software, and you can also you can go for the instance type and the software. You can choose the different type of say cost, so there that is there. So you have to select the instance type based on that. So this is about the Terraform there, that you have to download and then you can use it. You have to accept the license agreement and then you have to use it. So as you can see, there are a lot of options available for AWS automation tools in the form of the CloudFormation templates, CloudFormation stack and stack sets, and also the third-party tool, the external tool in the form of the Terraform there. So there is a lot of option available for this automation actually. And as you can see, that automation is the future of the networking and also the future of the cloud computing. So nowadays the days are gone where there is on-premise server, as I always say, and you just manually type some codes there, pages after pages you type code. No, that is not there anymore. We have migrated the resources to the cloud, and we have to do the automation, because automation actually saves a lot of time and lot of cost and energy for you. And every enterprise should actually embrace this automation, and everybody is going for this SDN or the software defined network in case of Cisco, and also this type of automation in the cloud. So in cloud data centers, everything is being automated. So that is about the AWS automation with infrastructure as a code for now. And I hope that you have got an immense insight about this topic. And I have also discussed with you the theoretically, and also I've shown you the practical ways how to implement this AWS automation, the CloudFormation template, and also I've discussed about the Terraform, so how to do it. So I hope that you will be deploying this feature in your enterprise environments also, and it will be very helpful for you for your study for the AWS Solution Architect examination as well. So that is it about the AWS automation for now. I thank you all for joining this webinar once again. I'll come with some new topic next day. Till then, Take care and bye.